Welcome to H2o podcast, where we dive into the world of automotive detailing, exploring the good, the bad, and the business behind successful ventures in this industry.
What's up, guys? It's your boy Hector. We're at H2o Auto Detail Supplies in Covina, California. Today we're kicking back and we're gonna have our second episode, or our second podcast, matter of fact. And we got these beautiful people from the first episode. We got Sally and we also have Mike. Them together, it is Magic Mike's Detail. Very beautiful thing that they came together. They started this business and it's been all sunshine and rainbows, right? Or am I wrong?
No, it's been
perfect?
It's been amazing.
Stop lying. Be honest with me. Be honest with me.
I'm being honest. I mean, obviously.
I feel like Sally's holding something back right there.
What? No. The weather. I don't like this weather. I was like, we can work in shade. Please, let's work in shade. But this weather is literally slowing us down a lot. I mean, summer is amazing, but it's just, it takes a toll on your body. So that's kind of like the only complaint that we're having. We went from doing 5 cars a day to like maybe 2 to 3, just because it slows us down, and also depending on the packet that the client is offering, especially if it's in the sun, we're kind of like overheating. But that's kind of like the only downside right now of what's going on with the weather. And then I guess it's going to be raining this weekend. A hurricane is coming, so I don't even know
Which currently it is August 17th. It is 5:34 on a Thursday. Luckily, I had them come, or they just came in today, and we're like, screw it, we're gonna do the second episode. We don't have everyone. Believe me, we always plan to have everyone onto the podcast, but as well as everyone has their own business and have their own things to do. But I wanted to go ahead and bring them on just to motivate anybody, and as well as like, it's a cool thing when you get to make a business with your partner, and yes, not all of it could be perfect. Like she was saying, the weather can be a big factor. I know for me, weather has always been a big factor. Some days I come in and I don't really think about it, but now it's kind of hard not to even think about it when you're literally almost passing out there. And I know Mike, he's like, I'm only booking 1 detail a day, and that's it.
For sure. You gotta think long term as opposed to short term, especially with this industry, for sure.
Yeah.
Because it's a lot of work. It's a lot of physical work. The weather doesn't help out either, and it's kind of like not even like it's. I always tell him, like, it's just, you have to be safe out there, you know, like it's just a lot of physical work. A lot of people just see like easy money, but it's not easy money at all. It's a lot of work, and it's everyone just paints it as like, oh, I'm gonna make $70 an hour, $80 an hour, $100 an hour. But the conditions that you're working in it's right now, it's really hard, and it's taking a toll on us. And but we're working with it, and we're happy, and you know, we're riding it.
Been growing, and but to step back, I know we have talked about like how you guys started. Like on the first one, I think it was very brief. I kind of want to move past that, not discredit it, but if you guys want to explain a little bit of how you guys started and how you guys came about. Did you guys start, like when you guys got together, how long were you guys together for? And then at that point, who was the one that's like, you start detail?
We've been together for what, 10 years?
A decade, yeah.
10 years already.
10 years, 10 years, Mike.
And I remember buying gallons of Chemical Guys products, and she was the one that came up with an idea, you know, why not start charging people, you know, for a wash? Because we like our cars washed every week. And then from there, from my other previous jobs, like whether it was FedEx or the Nike job, I would charge managers, whatever, and then I would make people drop off their vehicles at my house in my driveway, and then from there sold my Honda Civic, my baby, to become mobile, and we got a 2010 Ford Transit, and from there it's just been up. It's just going up, you know, like crazy. And now look, we have a 2022 Mercedes-Benz Metris.
What is one thing you could say that, well, from the both of you, what is one thing you could say that holds you back on the daily basis?
One thing that holds us back?
The kids.
Go ahead.
Nah, I'm just kidding. No, we don't have any kids. One thing that holds us back, I mean, honestly, I think it's right now at this moment is the weather. Like, it's just
the weather.
Yeah, it's not allowing us to be like our full potential right now because of the weather. And some clients are super amazing where they're bringing us water and food and like are so generous, but not everyone's like that. Sometimes a lot of these clients are just kind of like the gardening service where like they leave their keys somewhere and we don't put the key back and we don't see them. We always have our water though. We always carry, we actually just bought a Yeti cooler, which is such a great investment because it keeps our ice cool for 2 days. So we're rotating ice. We're buying ice every 2 days, so it keeps our ice pretty cool. But yeah, I mean, it's just the weather that I'm just gonna complain about, but it's nothing that we can have control over or anything like that. Sometimes working in the sun is brutal. It is brutal. You know, we have to be covered at all times and working with chemicals and sometimes with the steam clean. It's just, yeah.
Well, would you say that's the same thing for you? Yeah?
For sure. So, certain locations you can't be parked. At a certain location, you gotta be parked over here, not over there, and it's sometimes it's a little headache, but it's a process. You know, everything's a process. So you just gotta enjoy the process of everything that we have coming for the near future, and just, you know, roll with the punches.
Yeah, that's definitely that's perfect what you said. It's never gonna be a steady climb. It's always gonna be having its ups and downs. The same thing you guys might be going through is probably the same things we've been going through or currently going through. But all you can definitely ask yourself is it worth it? Is it worth the risk? Is it worth what you're going for? And you gotta see the end goal, the end picture, what your outcome could look like. But on another note, what do you think about these people trying to pay you what they want? Like this guy's trying to pay you $5 per car. We did that video, right?
Yes.
We did that one video.
That's how much he actually wants. You guys.
Yeah. No, but
it was a great topic that you touched on for sure.
Yeah, and it's like I feel like that the reason that video hit, it got over like 1 million views. I posted on every platform and it hit. I feel like the reason it hit, and it was totally unexpected. I was with my video guy Eric, and he was like, "Yo, I got this clip for you." We posted the clip. We just woke up. We're like, "Yo, what the? This thing's blowing up." But I think the reason it hit was because it hits both sides of the spectrum.
Yeah, it did.
It hits both sides of the spectrum because it's not only the detailer, right? It's the consumer. It's the person that's taking the service. That's like, man, these big-headed detailers think they could charge whatever, and the detailer's like, man, these clients just want to pay us this much. And I feel like that's why it hit both sides of the spectrum.
It did.
And which that brings up a very good debate on like, are we unfair as a mobile detailer? Are we unfair with our prices? And if so, not you guys specifically, or wait, we could say you guys specifically. And what is it like? For example, chemicals can't cost that much, except when you're doing like paint corrections, ceramic coatings. Of course, there's a high product cost. And then you got to factor in gas, this. But what really is it that determines the price on a on a express wash, what determines the price on a clay bar? Because I'm sure in different states, in different cities, there's different prices all around the world. I'm sure your neighbors, say that there's two people that were mobile detailers and they lived together, I'm sure they didn't have the same prices.
Oh, for sure.
Oh, yeah.
So
No.
what is it that kind of determines your pricing?
For me, the number one thing has to be the service or the amount of years or the experience that you have of detailing.
Okay, so you're going off of experience.
For sure.
Experience.
Yes.
But what if the guy that doesn't have that much experience, but yet he does the same good job?
I'm thinking, so for us, what me and Mike do, we have a list and we go based on like the products that we use. A lot of the products that we use are imported. We use a lot of KCX products. We use a lot of Geon products. And then Sonax as well is another imported product. So you guys do have to see those type of products.
The breakdown.
The breakdown, the water, we have to fill up pretty much every day of water. And right now we used to right now we're filling up the 100-gallon tank with what, $10?
That was back then.
Oh, well, see, I don't even, so now it's.
But okay, so even with product costs, because look, I'm at the store. I see the prices. I'm selling this stuff day on day basis to everyone. The prices. Yes, imported stuff definitely costs a lot more money.
Of course.
Compared to my house brands that are like, that they're made in the USA, and like PNS. PNS is made in the USA.
Mm-hmm.
It's actually made in California. And then I also got Ultra Clean. It's made right here in this
Diamond
OC
Chemical
area.
is another one.
Diamond Chemical too. So with them, they're good products, but then we also move on to the imported products, which some of them are great. Some of them you don't even use. Some of them there's no reason. But regardless, I see how much we're paying. And yes, if we buy a Coach Kemi Magic Wood Cleaner, which that stuff works great, by the way. Shout out H2o Auto Detail Supply. If you guys want to ever pick up any products, make sure you guys stop on by or even shop online. Hopefully by the time this episode comes out, we have an update on when the online store will be there. But if you do buy a wood cleaner, like Magic Wood Cleaner, I think it's $20 for a small little bottle like this.
Yeah.
You're almost using that on 4 wheels.
Literally.
Almost using that on 4 wheels.
Yeah.
So you can't just use that bottle on every client. You can, but you would have to buy a gallon. And the gallon is $130 retail price. Yeah. And yes, it could be expensive, but as well, I don't think it could be as expensive as the whole price that you're charging. Because how much is your first initial service? Be honest, like the first initial service, like I know in the video we were talking about $5, this and that. Yeah.
Our first initial one is gonna start you off at $100.
$100, and that's doing what?
Just a standard inside and out. Standard exterior wash on the inside. We blow everything out, vacuum it. The interior gets a wipe down, windows get cleaned, and the tires get decleaned. Tires get dressed, and that's pretty much it.
That's pretty much it. Which, in a sense, I'm in the defense of the public, and I'm in the defense of the detailer. So don't get me twisted. I'm a detailer at heart, and I'm also a consumer. I'm putting myself as a consumer. But most definitely, what Mike said, I know what he's doing for that. And to be quite honest, a lot of car washes do not hit that, and you're still paying $30 or $40 just to take your ass to the car wash and still having to do it there, and it doesn't even come out as good. So for $100, I'm getting an interior vacuum, interior blowout, wipe down. If your car's not super dirty and there's sticky, gunky stuff, and that it does not need a steam clean, it will basically look like if it's been detailed. So don't downplay that at all. Windows, people don't even know how to clean windows at this point. I've seen a lot of streaks, and every time I get my car done, let's say I'm in a rush and someone else can't do my car like you guys, then I see a bunch of streaks. So there's definitely a lot of other
Door
things.
jams.
Door jams. Like there's a bunch of stuff that people don't look at.
The exterior, it's a pre-rinse, it's a contact wash. Then we do the ceramic sealant. And then obviously wheels cleaned and dressed. So that takes us anywhere from an hour and a half, maybe to 2 hours. But of course, we're talking about sedans at this point. We charge $110 for SUVs. So you do have to think about also the time and effort that's being put out as well.
Okay, but all right, say you are taking the hour 30 or the 2 hours, but then as well as let's go back into our detailer cap. I do not want to do that. I don't want to spend more than an hour on a car.
And I think that's fine because people have to think about, this is what when a new client comes up to us, this is a luxury service.
Yeah.
We are not, if we're not in your price range, then you're not for us. And that's okay. It is okay. We're not gonna, if you find us on the street and you come up to us on the street, we're a luxury service and our starting prices are at $100 a wash. Now, depending on the condition of your vehicle, the size of your vehicle, that price goes up. So again, it is a luxury service. For those who cannot afford it, then that's completely fine. The car wash is available for you, and you know, we're not gonna lose, or we're not gonna cry because you're like saying that's too much money. It's like a girlfriend. I mean, I'm sorry, but you get a girlfriend that's in your price range. Same thing with detailing and that. It's true. I mean, that's just kind of the way it is. Like, you know, there's girls in your price range. I mean, there's just detailing is the same thing.
No, I do.
You know, like it's your price range.
I do definitely get what you're saying, and a lot of people could take that out of context as well, because they can be like, oh yeah, well, you guys are just like again, we're going back to that video.
Yeah.
No, it's not saying it is a luxury service. It's a luxury for you to get a person to literally come to you where you're at, whatever you're doing. You could be inside your home, be inside your office. A lot of business people are the ones that are really hiring us because why? Because they don't have time. They don't have time.
The convenience.
And it's the conveniency. You're paying for your conveniency, and that's a luxury for a barber to come out of his barber shop and to come cut my hair where I'm at for my conveniency. It's gonna be a minimum of $100.
Easy, $100.
I'm already paying my barber. I'm already paying my barber over $40. It's either $40 to $50, and I'm getting a haircut. I don't discredit him at all.
He's at $60.
Yeah, $60, and that's completely fine. I pay that and some. Why? Because I'm in the service industry, and when it comes down to doing your service and giving that person conveniency, I know how much I put in to whatever it is, and that's why I'm like, I'll pay that gladly. And if I can't afford it, then at the end, I have to figure something out where I have to make it happen. I have to make it happen no matter what, and that's just not for me. Yeah. But no way. Like I know how Sally was saying, like it's a luxury. It really is a luxury for someone to come out and give some conveniency to you and still give that A1 service, not just showing up. One thing is showing up, and one thing is showing up, showing out, and showing them what you got. Yeah. And I know for a fact you guys are always doing that.
No, for sure. For sure. We always want to leave the client with one of the best experience that they can ever get, and that's why we keep them and they keep us, because of that service. And we always let them know, like, hey, like, let us know you find anything, or you know, please let us know. Like, I think at this point, a lot of our clients, you know, I always tell them, like,
oh yeah, for sure,
let us know, trust us. You know, we're not perfect. No one's perfect. There's always room for improvement. There's always room for growth. And, you know, that's the relationship that you want to have, because if these clients, we're staying afloat because of them, you know? So it's something that you know, a lot of people think as detailing like, oh, it's so easy, and it's like, it's not that easy. It's once you start it and it takes off, then great.
Boom.
But even after, you have to make sure that you're still within like people's, not like people's reach, but word of mouth is kind of like a lot. That's how we kind of get a lot, is word of mouth as well.
That just sparked something else with me. Okay, so I'm sure you weren't charging $100 in the beginning.
No,
For sure.
You
not.
were never charging $100 in the beginning. The confidence wasn't there. The experience wasn't there. And I'm sure in the beginning you weren't charging that much. So don't get this twisted as well as a mobile detailer. Don't go out there and be like, yo, I'm gonna charge $100 right off the bat. Get your skin in there. You might even have to do some things for free. This joke always goes on with one of our friends, KP Detailing. He does 2 free washes. 2 free washes on the first service. You just gotta have 100K followers. 2 free washes. Imagine he's gonna have to come out 2 times, or if he gets it done in one day, gets it done in one day.
Yeah.
But you gotta have 100K followers. Why does he do that? He does that for exposure, so he get more business. He can get more people looking at him. Why pay? Imagine you're paying, what's that gonna cost you? For KP, I think he's charging like $70 a wash. It's gonna cost him $140 for 100,000 reach, which in boosting ads you'll probably spend around a little bit more than that to get that. But regardless, in the beginning, you definitely don't have to charge that much. It's about what's around you. Also, the tools are important. I know my dad, he didn't have too much tools, but he made the car look good. Now, in this era, we have so many tools, but now it's like getting the funding to buy these tools, getting the stuff, the proper equipment to fund this thing.
And also the maintenancing on the tools that we use,
That's
because
one thing.
you know, the generator needs to get maintenance. The air compressor needs to get maintenance. The Krenzel, which is the pressure washer. The pressure washer also needs to get, you know, maintenance, and it's also everything else like
The van.
refilling the
van as well,
chemicals and the van and the gas that you carry, and it's just like everything adds up. And at the end, it's just, you know.
How has it been? So and I feel like they just go on and on. And like, there's so many things we could talk about. But one thing that I want to make sure we cover is social media presence. And I feel like both of you have been doing a good job on the social media presence. And what happened to die? There's on this one. Okay.
Oh, wrapping it up.
Okay.
Yeah.
After this one. So we'll probably take, okay. So I feel like we could go on and on and on and talk about a bunch endless stuff. But one thing I want to cover before we go is social media. And what about social media? What is it that I should do as a mobile detailer to get more clients and also to get more people looking at me? Because I feel like you guys been doing a good job at it. And I feel like you showed me something the other day about TikTok. But what is it that I should be doing? Like, how should I be taking my videos? How should I be posting? What should I be thinking about when I do this stuff for my mobile detailing business?
Just getting as much footage as you can. Anything, I mean, with these people that are looking at your videos, sometimes it's the most weirdest videos that make a hit.
Yeah.
To be honest, because sometimes you can spend half a day making a video, and it doesn't hit.
Yeah, and same thing for me.
Vice versa, it can be the most weirdest idea, and it's 1 million views on it. So you just gotta you gotta be consistent with your videos, and just don't worry about the views on them. Just be consistent and just post your videos out there so people can see what you're about and what the services that you provide to the clients or the future clients.
Especially because detailing is growing so much now than ever before. A lot of these, clients don't really know, like, oh, what is a detail? Like, okay, well, at least now you got a follower, who doesn't know what detailing is and now is following you, who, wow, I didn't know this is done at the car wash, they don't do this. So then they're like, oh, maybe I need this service, or you know what, I do want this service, and just that's how you start getting clients.
It's your job in a way to kind of educate these people, or I should say this audience, of the differences between a car wash and a detail, so they can see, okay, you know, you actually are kind of worth, you know, what you're charging, you know, and the amount of years that you put in of just doing that, it's just, hopefully one of these days you just blow up, you know.
Yeah. And then to be quite honest, that's the one thing that I've never really like tapped into and knew exactly what the heck I'm doing.
Mm-hmm.
But I know for a fact the consistency and recording everything, and then maybe at the end coming up with an idea with the story. But exactly what you want to do is educate your customers and show them what you could do.
Mm-hmm.
If not, how are they gonna know?
Exactly.
How are they gonna know? And it's been a great time with you guys, to be quite honest, and getting to pick your guys' brain and having like-minded people around me, and they're super motivated. If you guys do ever get a chance, or matter of fact, right now, please give a thumbs up, subscribe if you haven't already. I appreciate everyone that came into the video, came in to watch the podcast. You will see more of them and what they have to say, because I do definitely respect their opinions and what they see along this.
For sure.
But if you guys do it all, make sure you go follow them at Magic Mike's Detailing. They also have a YouTube channel that you guys can subscribe to as well. So right after you watch this video, or even just click down the links right here, and you'll be able to watch it. And then we also have the first episode down below, so you guys want to rewatch that. It was pretty funny, all jokes right there.
Mm-hmm.
But I hope we covered some topics that you guys maybe didn't even have in mind, but maybe some that you wanted answers from. But hopefully next time we have you on for part 2, in a sense, and we talk about how to get started, or we even go out mobile with you. That would be a great thing too.
Yeah.
Go on mobile. But is there any other word of advice before we sign out and we let them go?
Today's the day. It's hard, but just do it. Honestly, once you get your feet wet and you get rolling and you get the hang of how it is just to work for yourself, it's honestly, it's so rewarding. I have a boss, but
Worth it.
I like my boss sometimes. 99% of the time.
One thing I would definitely say is bet on yourself always, on anything that you do, whether it's a business or a career that you want to do. Just put 100%. I guarantee you it's gonna pay off, for sure.